Hi, my name is DeJuan Brown, creator of It's Bigger Than Hip Hop, the Black American influence on music and culture. I'm doing this for a few reasons. One, I come from the field of working with children. And in working with children, I've seen that there's so many young black kids who really don't understand where we come from, while at the same time, they have to suffer all of the negative energy and the consequences of the things that we do wrong. And I don't think that's fair. And I do believe people need to suffer the consequences of what they do wrong. But you should also know how great you are, because in understanding your greatness, you're going to understand how great you are, which is going to breed better behavior. So this is my insertion into the historical dialogue of the Black American. We're great inventors, we're great at a lot of things, but we oftentimes don't understand how great we are in music. And so in this series, we plan on showing the breadth of Black greatness when it comes to music. Since Black Americans have to suffer the brunt of everything we do wrong, since we have to constantly be reminded that we come from slavery, since we have to constantly be reminded of the oppression we're under, let's balance this equation. Let's talk about what we've done with that as the ultimate alchemists of the planet. Taking that pain and heartbreak and brutality and flipped it into beauty. And that's what this documentary is here to do. Thank you for your donations so that we can get this thing popping. It's bigger than hip hop. The Black American influence on world music and culture. What's up, everybody? This is DeJuan Brown, better known as DeJuan B, in Cincinnati Ashtrays. We talking about my Black American music family tree. Why did I put together this tree? I put together this tree because it seems to be an all-out assault on the history of Black American music. They're talking about hip-hop being an amalgamation of music and cultures from the Caribbean and the diaspora. And no disrespect to the Caribbean and the diaspora, but hip-hop, the story of hip-hop goes much deeper than 1973, Bronx, New York, Sedgwick Avenue. Although we do give credit for that moment for being the start of a new form of what's going on, every element that happened that day, the graffiti, the dance, the style of dress, all of these things existed. The DJing, the clowning, or some people call it toasting. All of these were elements in Black music and Black culture that already existed. It seems to be as if they're trying to make hip hop something that's separate from Black culture, when the truth is, hip hop is just an extension of Black culture. It's the newest form of Black culture, but it's a culture that's embedded and has been around for a long time. It's a culture that started when Africans arrived here in 1619 and amalgamated with the native Black people who were already here, creating a culture of music that the world has never seen before. It's not just hip hop. Creating music cultures and cultures around the planet that the planet enjoys as music, that's an old school thing in Black America. You know, we thank hip hop, but when we look at the tree, we see hip hop is up here, but hip hop is a child of the funk. It's a child of disco. It's a child of blues. It's a child of jazz. It's a child of soul. Hip hop is an extension of everything that comes before it. It's a soup of Black American culture that started back in the 1600s through work songs, secular music, which evolved into slave and folk spirituals, which evolved into syncopated dance music, which evolved into stand-up comedy. A lot of people don't realize stand-up comedy was born in the same juke joints as the blues and jazz. Our history goes very deep. And if you want to know the true story of hip hop, you have to understand every form of music and the culture that it produced that came along before it and its worldwide impact. So sit back, take a seat, get your Twitter out, because I know there's going to be some stuff said that you're going to want to tweet to your friends. It's all good. Let's listen in and take a journey on the history of Black American music and the cultures around the world that it's produced.